Hello students, welcome to the My Dream, the India's first ever e-learning education platform where each and every topic will be taught with what, why and how concept. Yeah guys, so here today we will discuss about vector in reference of what, why and how. That is the theme of the My Dream. Okay, so guys, before proceeding to the what, why and how, first we will discuss something about physical quantities. Before proceeding to the vector, we should be having a quite good knowledge of the physical quantities. So first we will discuss physical quantities. What are the physical quantities? Physical quantities are the properties of matter that is quantified by measurement. Physical quantities are the properties of matter, that is quantified that is quantified by measurement. Okay, so this is about what is physical quantity. Now I will tell you one more important concept about physical quantity, that it has basically three types. First is scalar, second is vector, and third one is tensor. So guys, basically up to class 12th standard you will study about scalar and vector only. Up to class 12th you won't study about the tensor. For tensor you will study in the higher classes. Okay, so now I will tell you the physical quantities scalar, vector and tensor in a quite brief. Okay, like what is scalar? Scalar is a physical quantity which has magnitude only. Scalar is a physical quantity which has magnitude only. Vector is a physical quantity which has magnitude plus direction also. Tensor is a physical quantity which has magnitude plus direction plus plane in which it is acting. So, if I will define the scalar, in what I will say, scalar is a physical quantity which has only magnitude. Vector is a physical quantity which is magnitude as well as direction. Tensor is a physical quantity which is magnitude as well as direction as well as a plane in which it is acting. Okay, so now I will give you an example of all of these three. First I will come to the scalar. Example of scalar is mass. Suppose that you are saying there is a block of 5 kg. There is a block of 5 kg. Okay, so if this particular block is placed in Delhi, then it is 5 kg. Now if you move to Karnataka in south, so in that scenario the value of mass will be what? It will also be 5 kg. It's not depending on the direction, because now the direction is going to be changed. You are going from Delhi to South India, Karnataka. So in that scenario, direction is going to be changed, but there is no impact of direction. So on the scalar, there is no impact of direction, but it has only and only magnitude. Okay, it is very much clear. Now we will move to the vector. Vector is a physical quantity which is magnitude as well as direction. An example of this, a very good example of this is force. Okay, I will explain you one thing. Suppose this is a block of 5 kg. Okay, and if I am applying a force of 5 Newton horizontally on it. Okay, and suppose that I am applying force of 5 Newton at 45 degree from vertical. Okay, then in both the scenario, resultant force, the terminology that I am using, please listen carefully, resultant force will be quite different. In this scenario it will be totally 5 Newton, but in this scenario it will be different. What it will be, we will discuss it in the further session. Okay, so basically here you can say that force is a physical quantity which is vector, and it is having an impact of direction. Force is a vector quantity which has impact of direction. So what we will say, vector is a physical quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. It is clear? Now I will move to the tensor. What is tensor? Tensor is a physical quantity which has magnitude as well as direction as well as plane component in which it is acting. And a very good example of this is stress. Okay. Actually, you will learn about the strain, stress further in elasticity. Okay. So here I will give you just glimpse that stress is a tensor quantity. Okay. Now our major concern is about vector, that we will discuss about the vector in the scenario of what, why and how. And this is basically the fundamentals that I have to tell you before proceeding to that. So now we will move to our what, why and how concept of the vector. Okay. So now my first point is, what is vector? So guys, I have already told you this particular thing in our previous discussion, that what is vector? Vector is basically a physical quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. Okay, this is the answer of what is vector. Now we will move to why we are studying vector. Why we are studying vector? So I will tell you answer of this question in reference of two threads. First thread in the reference of physics. Okay. Second in reference of maths. If we come to physics, then guys, there are so many vector quantities are there. So if you are not having the knowledge about the vector, then how you can learn about that particular quantities in depth? Okay. So for each and every chapter of, I can say, approx 90% of your syllabus, if you have to go to that, then for that you should be having the knowledge of the vector. Okay. So that's why, because inside physics we discuss about the physical quantity, and we know vector is a type of the physical quantity. So if we are not knowing the vector, then how can we learn the physics? Okay. That's why we study about the vector. Okay. Now I come to the maths. Guys, I will give you a very good example. Actually, you know, inside mathematics there is single answer of a particular question. You can answer, there is no single way to answer of a question. Okay, you can answer of a question in multiple ways. Okay, so I will explain in a little bit. Okay, suppose that if you are having, I am talking in difference of the maths. Okay, so basically suppose that we are having a point 1, 2, 3. This is a point P. This is X, this is Y, and this is Z. So what you will say, basically, if we have to reach this particular point P, 1, 2, 3, then in that scenario, we have to move 1 unit in X direction, 2 unit in Y direction, and 3 unit in Z direction. Okay. Basically, inside mathematics, we used to discuss about the coordinate geometry. So this is basically the part of the coordinate geometry. Inside the coordinate geometry, we use like this. This is a basic example. Okay. Now I will come to the vector algebra. Okay. So before going to the vector algebra, I will say one thing is that inside the vector, what I have said, vector has magnitude as well as direction. So for the direction, what we will use? We will use I cap, j cap, and k cap. Here you just keep in mind one thing. I cap is a unit vector in the direction of x-axis, j cap is the unit vector in the direction of y-axis, k cap is the unit vector in the direction of z-axis basically. Okay, so if we have to move in the x direction, then what we will say? We will use I cap. If we have to move in the y direction, then we will use j cap. If we have to move in the z direction, then we will use k cap. So suppose that if we have to write this particular point, then what we will say? This is moving 1 unit in x direction and 4x. What we will use? I cap. So 1 dot I cap plus 2 dot j cap plus 3 dot k cap. Okay. So here we can say that if we have to just put this particular thing inside the vector algebra, then what we will do, we will just draw a Argand plane I cap, j cap and k cap, okay, and inside that we will say this is 1 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Inside this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So here this is inside the coordinate geometry, this is inside the vector algebra, and both are very much similar, both are the same thing. So here I have taught you, here I am giving you a small glimpse of that, because a question, a problem of the coordinate geometry can also be solved by the vector algebra. So here what I have said earlier, inside the mathematics you can solve a question by multiple methods. So a problem of the coordinate geometry is solved by the coordinate geometry method as well as by the vector algebra also, that you will see in the further sessions. Okay, so this is basically why we are studying the vector in reference of the maths. Now I will move to our third point, that is the how the vector is going to be represented and is connected with daily to daily life. So now we will discuss about how in reference of two things. First, how it is going to be represented, Second, what is the use, what is the daily to daily life use, okay, means real life use, okay, means real life use. Okay, so first we will come to this thread, how the vector is going to be represented. A vector is going to be represented like this. A vector, this is a vector symbol like a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. Okay, so basically if we will move in the I direction, means x direction, a1, a2 in j direction, a3 in k direction, then we will be achieving this a vector. This is the particular way in which this particular vector is going to be represented, and its magnitude is defined by a particular modulus. Because as I have told you that, suppose that you are applying a force of 5 Newton at this particular block and in particular this particular direction, and now you are just changing your direction, okay, this is 45 degree from vertical, then in the both scenario resultant force will be different. So this is the particular resultant value is going to be represented. Okay, now I will say, first I have explained you then how it is going to be represented. Now I will say how it is used in daily to daily life. So inside this I will use two threads also. First, you are from the inside the science background, there are the two backgrounds are there. First is the engineering background, second is the medical background. So basically if you are from the engineering background, then I will tell you best example of vector is that it is used inside the satellite communication. It is used inside the satellite communication. It is used inside the satellite communication. I will put it here. Basically, I am just telling you about how thread in which I have told you earlier about the represented, second about daily to daily life use. So inside this, if we come to the engineering background and medical background, then inside the medical engineering background, it is used inside the satellite communication. And if we come to the medical background, then it is used inside the gene cloning, that is very much popular nowadays. Okay, so guys, here I have discussed with you about vector in reference of what, why and how. Now I will conclude my session. What is vector? Vector is a physical quantity which is magnitude as well as direction. Second, why we are studying vector? Here we are discussing the vector in reference of the physics as well as for the maths. If we come to the physics, then your total syllabus of the physics only covered through the vector also. So that's why we are studying. And if we come to the maths, then we can say that the problem that we are solving using the coordinate geometry, we can solve that by the vector algebra also. Okay. And now if we come to the how scenario, that how the vector is going to be represented, that I have told you earlier, and how the vector is connected with our daily life, then I will say that if you are from engineering background, then satellite communication is the best example of that. And if you are from the medical background, then gene cloning is the best example of that, in which we are using the vector. Okay, good luck.